Well, good evening and a very warm welcome to Rams Park here in Istanbul. I'm Joe Mills for this top flight Turkish game. It's the first game of the new season and the current holders, the defending champions Galatasaray, in action against newly promoted Çorum, who came up through the playoffs from the TFF First Division at the end of last season. So what a start for them. It doesn't get any tougher than coming to the cauldron that is Rams Park here against the defending champions. Galatasaray, their last game was a 2-1 home defeat. It was a pre-season friendly against Villarreal. Çorum, of course, they beat Elslena Erokspor by 2-0 in that playoff. Not sure what their pre-season has been like, but it's a big night for them, promoted to the top table. This is the first time that these two teams will square off against each other as well, so a fascinating evening ahead, no doubt. The referee for this game is Batuhan Kolak, and I will now take you through tonight's teams. So Galatasaray, their manager Okan Buruk, goes with a pretty familiar lineup. It's a 4-2-3-1 formation. Ergacin Çakır is in goal, a back four of Roland Salai, Davinson Sanchez, the captain Abdulkarim Bardaki and Ismail Jacobs. The holding two are Gabriel Sara and Lucas Torreira. The three in front of them, Leroy Sané, Yunus Akgun and Barış Yilmaz, and Victor Osimhen will lead the line for the defending champions. On the bench for Galatasaray, the keeper Yankat Yilmaz. Then we've got Eren Elmali, Leslie Ogachukwu, who is on loan from Burnley, İlkay Gundogan, Kaan Ayhan, Renato Nhaga, Kazimcan Karataş, Wilfried Singo, Arda Ünye and Mario Lemina. So that is the Galatasaray lineup. Newly promoted Çorum, with their manager Öger Öçar, goes with a 4-1-4-1 formation. In goal is the Brazilian Marcos Felipe, a back four of Gürkan Sadgacı, Alexandre Penetra, Frove Smolcic and Andre Borsha. The holding man in the middle, Berat Özdemir. The four in front of him, Serda Gurla, the captain Freddy Ribeiro, Marcus Karlsbach and Alexandros Kazaridis, and Jesus Ramirez, the Venezuelan, will lead the line. On the bench for Çorum, the keeper Erhan Erentürk. Then we've got Serdar Saçi, Mame Tiam, Mohamed Diamande, Arda Sencel, Emrecan Gürlük, Hüseyin Bulut, Ahmed Ildis, Kenin Fakili and Hassan Abdul Karim, who of course is a Iraqi international. So we are set here at Rams Park for this game between Galatasaray and newly promoted Çorum, and let's hope it lives up to expectations. They're an unknown quantity, of course, and Galatasaray, well, we know what they're all about. They are the defending champions, of course, as we've said, and tonight will be an interesting test for them here at home against a newly promoted team. Of course, they have they have everything to lose. They'll be expected to win this. They're in their famous strip, of course, of the gold and sort of burgundy halved shirts with the white shorts. Çorum, they are in the black and red. Always a febrile atmosphere inside Rams Park for these Turkish top flight games. You're listening to an unofficial commentary of this game between Galatasaray and Çorum FK. This is the opening round of games as a brand new season underway, and we get that rather eccentric kick-off from Çorum. They lash it downfield and out of play near the corner flag, where Galatasaray will have a throw-in on this near side. Tremendous atmosphere as always inside the ground, the bouncing up and down already. They've been waiting for this evening for a few months, and the new season is now upon us. And already Galatasaray surging forward, Penetra there having descended all the way back to the Brazilian Felipe, all in yellow. And then that ball is cleared out for a throw-in for Galatasaray over on the far side. Inside the first minute. And actually, beg your pardon, it's a throw-in for Çorum over on that far side. The Greek Kizaridis throws it towards the corner flag. Galatasaray win the ball back and actually win themselves a throw-in. And already the geeing up the crowd. We barely played a minute. And Barış Yılmaz waving his arms ferociously at the crowd. Not that they need any encouragement. Anyway, throw-in is taken. Galatasaray have the ball now in centre field. First chance for them to try and break into the Çorum half. This is Roland Salai. Long ball down that right channel, but it sails all the way through. Yılmaz and Yunus Akgün chasing that one down, but it goes all the way through to Marcos Felipe. And now Çorum have it with Sajdagi. Ball comes into centre field here to Özdemir. And Çorum have won themselves a throw-in off the boot of Ismail Jacobs, the Senegalese player. So throw in once more. Çorum in the black and red stripes. Long throw down this right-hand side. It's flicked on by Serdar Gürler. Goes out for a throw-in on this far side, but it did come off a Çorum boot, so it will be a throw which Jacobs takes. Long booming throw down that left-hand flank, headed back over the halfway line. Çorum have it now with the Croatian Hrvoje Smolcic, tall rangy figure. Now this is Penetra, the Portuguese, goes back to Felipe, all in yellow, the Brazilian keeper. Smolcic, long clearance up to the halfway line. Good towering header there by Roland Salai, the Hungarian international, but it's picked up again by Çorum in centre field. And now that's a decent ball played up through the middle there, but looks like it was Freddy Ribeiro. The captain couldn't quite get his boot to that. But an encouraging start from the newcomers. Now this is Bardaki, the captain. Squares it across to Colombian Davinson Sanchez. Now out to Yunus Akgün on this near side. Salai. Akgün once again cuts in field from this near side on his left foot. Surges into the middle of the pitch. Rides a couple of tackles, but plays an underhit pass out to that far side, which is dealt with first of all by Sajbi, but then he loses possession of it. And then Serdar Gürler has to come back with a sliding tackle to put it out of play, because Yilmaz was looking to pick that loose ball up there. So a throw-in for Galatasaray. It's about level with the edge of the penalty area. Booming throw comes in from Jacobs, headed away by Penetra. Comes back out to Jacobs on that far side. Whips in across into the area. And it's a towering header away by Smolcic. But again, it comes back at them. Then it's headed away by Freddy Ribeiro. And then gathered by Lucas Torreira in centre field, the Uruguayan. Now, again, on that far side, Yilmaz tries to take it round his man there, but he's dispossessed and he ends up... Well, actually, I thought that was a foul. He's actually got the ball back for Galatasaray. They have it now inside the centre circle with Davinson Sanchez. Now this is Gabriel Sara, the Brazilian. Sanchez once more. Bit of space to come into. Torreira with the bleached blonde hair. And now Bardaki, the captain, out to Yilmaz on that far left-hand side. Cuts in field. Good tackle. The ball momentarily leaving his boot, but Galatasaray retrieve it. Played across field by Torreira, but that's a loose pass. And it will not find Leroy Sané over on this near side. So it will be a throw-in for Çorum on this near side. And as expected, all Galatasaray really in the early going. That throw downfield is tidied up at the back by Bardaki. Goes back to Çakir, the keeper. Jacobs, Bardaki. Now Davinson Sanchez, the former Tottenham player, of course, whipped round the corner by Sané towards the edge of the Çorum penalty area, but it trickles through to the keeper before Victor Osimhen, who's still wearing that face mask, by the way, can get on the end of it, the Nigerian. Attempted clearance downfield was charged down. Smolcic's clearance, and Galatasaray have won the ball back. This could be dangerous now. Ball nudged down that left channel. Torreira will get to it. Side of the penalty area. Knocks it back. Jacobs now has it. Dinks it to Torreira once again. Now Sara plays it out to this near side now, knocking the ball around nicely here. Ball whipped in, left-footed there by Sani. Header goes up in the air, cleared away to the edge of the area, but that's loose from Çorum. They lose the ball on the edge of their own penalty area there. Goulet. Ball whipped in by Jacobs yet again, chested down by Osimhen. He's forced to take it back outside of the area. But Galatasaray win the ball back again. This is Salai. Relentless pressure here in the early stages. Attempted long shot from Sara, which is blocked by Marcus Karlsbach, the Norwegian. The ball shoots forward back into the Galatasaray half, where it's tidied up by Bardaki. 6.5 gone here at Rams Park in this Turkish top flight game. I'm Joe Mills, and this is an unofficial commentary of this Turkish top flight game. The first of the brand new season. Galatasaray coming forward again. Dispossessed on the edge of the penalty area after some neat interplay, but the referee has deemed that it was a foul. So this will be a free kick for the defending champions on the edge of the Çorum penalty area. Some lovely interplay there, 1-2s. Oh, I think that's a dive. I don't think Smolcic has touched him there. Oh, it's very minimal if he has. It was Yunus Akçın, the man that went down. So a free kick to Galatasaray, right on the edge of the semicircles. It's in a pretty dangerous spot, this. Gabriel Sara, the Brazilian, is standing over it. Goalkeeper sorting out his wall, which is populated also by a few Galatasaray players. Looks like a 5-6 man, maybe even a 7-man wall there for Marcos Felipe. All hands on deck for Çorum. The referee puts down the white line. Sara standing over this. Be a curling left foot shot from the Brazilian central midfielder. Just over 8 minutes gone here. So Sara standing over the ball for Galatasaray. Tries to chip it over the wall. It takes a big deflection off that black and red wall and goes out for the first corner of the evening to Galatasaray over on that left-hand side. It was a poor free kick, in all fairness. Didn't really get very high off the ground, and it clipped the head of Freddy Ribeiro, the Angolan, the Çorum captain, and goes out for a corner. So Sara, out swinging corner, into the area, glancing header across the face of goal. I think the final touch there was off the captain Bardaki. It was Abdulkerim Bardaki, just a glancing header. He couldn't get it on target. Or was it off Yilmaz? Either way, well, that's a poor clearance from the keeper. But Çorum managed to rescue the ball back inside their own half. But then a poor ball downfield there, just lost control of it. Did Andrei Borșa, the Romanian left-back, just bobbled up horribly as he tried to kick it downfield. It came off his shin and ballooned out for a throw-in. Taken quickly by Galatasaray on this near side, but Çorum win the ball back. Looping ball over the top now for Ramirez by Freddy Ribeiro. Couldn't quite get to it in time, but this is the first little bit of pressure. Sanchez with the long clearance. Great header on halfway there by Özdemir, because Osimhen, if he got it, was lurking behind him. And then a crucial foul by Yilmaz on Özdemir inside the centre circle. Yilmaz thought he was away there. Well, it was actually a shove on, it turns out to be Sazdaji, the right back. So it's a free kick taken quickly by Çorum. This is Smolcic. Plays it out to this near side. Bit of a space here now for Borșa. Crossfield ball. Now they have it on the edge of the area. Ball whipped in there. Now glancing header. Couldn't get enough on it there. And that's the first real opportunity for the newly promoted visitors. It was the Greek winger Alexandros Kizoridis. He was bang on the penalty spot there, and he just couldn't get enough on it. It flicked his slicked back black hair and went fizzing across the face of goal. Galatasaray stung into action by that. Now Yilmaz down this left-hand side, but he's quickly dispossessed. And Çorum have won themselves a throw-in over on that far side, just short of the halfway line. So after withstanding the early pressure, which they knew they were going to get, just starting to grow into this game now. They will be a bit of an unknown quantity, and you always do get little shocks and surprises in the first round of games of any season of any league anywhere in the world. It always seems to happen. And now Osimhen just feeling his right foot there. Just gets up gingerly, feels it once more. Seems that he's okay, just hobbling a little bit. Yeah, I just think he got it stood on there. Yes, he did. Accidental by Gürkan Sazdaji. Now here's Roland Salai, the Hungarian, just shy of the halfway line. Opts to roll it all the way back to Çakır. Now Bardaki. Now Davinson Sanchez. Almost 12 minutes gone here at Rams Park. Istanbul, Galatasaray 0, Çorum 0. It is the first game of a brand new season. The defending champions against a newly promoted side who didn't come up by winning or getting in the top places. They had to do it tough through the playoffs. And what a start to their life in the top flight. Now then, ball flipped in there by Yilmaz, but cleared away by Smolcic, the Croatian. But Galatasaray will come again here. Here's Jacobs on that far side, just nudges it infield to Torreira. Now Gabriel Sara sitting very deep, the men in black and red stripes. Now then, on this near side, it comes to Sane, the German. Teasing. Ball comes into the middle of the park now. Sara once more puts it through a tight gap there to find Salai on this near side. Knocking it around nicely here. Then a long diagonal ball into the area. Yilmaz with the header into the mix, and it bounces over the top of Osimhen. And the keeper came out to punch it. He missed it. And it's finally cleared out for a throw-in on that far side for Galatasaray. Taken quickly. But the referee wants it taken again. And that was a danger moment there for Çorum. Long diagonal ball towards the back post. Brilliant header back across the face of goal by Barış Yilmaz. But it was just over the top of Victor Osimhen. And Yilmaz has taken the ball. Well, he felt that he was fouled there by Sazdaji. Now then, long clearance upfield, and Çorum have an opportunity here. Kiziridis plays the ball into centre field. Out on the far side now, a chance with Gürler. Tries to thread the ball through for the run there. They have it back on that far side now with Sazdaji. Galatasaray have won it back though. They have it now. Can they break here on halfway? This is Yilmaz, very tight to that touchline. The bleach blonde winger. He's gone down as if he'd been poleaxed there. The referee, it looks like he's going to give a... No, he just says take the throw in, which they do. Torreira rolls it across to Salai. Sane had to stretch for that there. It's lucky he didn't split his shorts. Ball infield, almost intercepted there by Freddy Ribeiro. Galatasaray have it once more. Salai on this near side, halfway inside the Çorum half. Now Torreira, the Uruguayan with the bleach blonde hair. Bardaki. Now Jacobs comes out to Yilmaz on that far touchline. Whips a ball in there, glancing header by Osimhen just north of the penalty spot. He goes fizzing past that right hand post, only by about a yard or so. Well, what a leap that was there by the Nigerian. Beautiful glancing header, and it just missed the far post by a matter of inches really. I do think Marcos Felipe probably had it covered, but already we've seen Barış Yilmaz and Victor Osimhen combining beautifully here with two decent opportunities already in the first quarter of this game. Çorum, for now, holding their own and have had little brief moments themselves where they look like they could cause problems. But there's a break in play here because, trying to see what's happening, it looks as if the Çorum goalkeeper, he's down here, been surrounded by medics. Osimhen is leaning on the goalpost, hands on hips, taking a breather, looking as if he's posing for an aftershave there almost, grabbing the post over his head behind him, as if he'd been tied to it. But it seemed rather innocuous. It was a glancing header, didn't miss the post by much. But he's back up on his feet now, the Brazilian keeper, so I'm not quite sure what happened there, whether he landed awkwardly. But either way, it will be a goal kick to Çorum. Just over 16 minutes gone here in Istanbul. This is the opening night, the opening round of this top flight Turkish league. I'm Joe Mills here. This is an unofficial commentary of Galatasaray against Çorum. It's 0-0. Thank you for your company. 16.5 minutes gone in the cauldron that is Rams Park. Throw-in comes in by Çorum down this near side, but Galatasaray quick to win the ball back. Little bicycle kick there over the halfway line by Sara, and that's put out of play by Marcus Karlsbach for a throw-in to Galatasaray. Just over the halfway line, which Salai trots across to take. Referee, I don't know who he was motioning there, but the throw downfield is easily intercepted by Smolcic, who just leathers it downfield. It will only go to Ismail Jacobs. Now Bardaki. Davinson Sanchez out to Sane on this near side, but, well, he can't be doing that. He was bullied off the ball there, Sane, and then he decided to dive on it and grab the ball. You can't do that. He's lucky he's not been booked for that. He was just bullied off it there, and rather than allow the Çorum player to pinch the ball, he just dove on top of the ball and grabbed it. Free kick taken quickly by Çorum. Long ball downfield. Freddy Ribeiro is chasing this. Oh, not the most convincing back pass there by Bardaki, and Çakir had to come out quickly and hammer that downfield. That was a decent chance there. Just a little bit of a warning there for Galatasaray. Good chase downfield there by the captain. Ball tried to thread it through here for Jesus Ramirez, but they don't find him. Now Galatasaray will break downfield. Ball nudged down that channel there for the run of Sane, but Smolcic was on hand to block it. And a bit of neat play there by Çorum to bring the ball out from away from their own penalty area. Karlsbach. Now Serdar Güler. Now the captain, Freddy Ribeiro. Pass is blocked, but it rebounds back to the feet of Smolcic. Now Andrei Boza, the Romanian. Good ball in field there now. Karlsbach. This is Kiziridis. Long raking crossfield ball there. It's a beauty right to the feet of Güler. He puts a nice ball through the channel. They're inside the penalty area. Ball whipped in by Ribeiro. It's cleared away from the 6-yard line and out for a throw-in by Sanchez. And all of a sudden here, Çorum starting to cause a few little problems of their own. Not the most convincing back pass that from Bardaki earlier on. Brilliant ball out to this near side. Now Kiziridis inside the penalty area. Oh, he nudges it to the edge, but they've missed it, but they've retrieved it. A left-footed shot from the edge of the area. And it's gone high over the bar. Well, that's the first effort that they've had in any kind of anger. But they're certainly asking a few questions now. That was Serdar Güler. So they know they're in a game here. Almost 20 minutes gone. Still 0-0. This is Davinson Sanchez for Galatasaray. Just walks the ball up to the halfway line. Now Salai on halfway. Infield to Torreira. Nice little one touch there, but they've lost the ball. Çorum doing really well in winning the ball back inside their own half. Ball out now to Freddy Ribeiro. Good ball round the back for the run here of Jesus Ramirez. Has it on the side of the penalty area on this near side. You need some help there. Funnels it back to Freddy. What's happened here? Well, they've had to stop play because there's a Çorum player down in back play. It's Berat Özdemir. What's happened here? Oh, that is a nasty one from Torreira. Not only did he tackle him from behind, but on his follow-through, I'm not saying that it was deliberate, but he has stood on his ankle as he's followed through there. That is a nasty one. Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. He goes over to apologise, but Berat Özdemir is incandescent there. He's getting treatment. Be interesting to see whether the referee is spoken to about this. He's talking to Özdemir at the moment, who's still sat on his bum and just shy of the halfway line. He's back up on his feet now. Well, it looks like we're just going to carry on. It's going to be a dropped ball because Çorum had the ball when the referee had to blow. He comes off to the sideline and he still sort of cannot believe that nothing has been done about this. And I don't blame him, to be fair. But anyway, we carry on. The ball dropped at the feet of Kizaridis. Now Smolcic squares it across to Alexandre Penetra, Portuguese. And now here's Gürkan Sashdagi. Long ball downfield there, looking for the run of Gürler, but it sails all the way through to the hands of Ergacan Kaçia. Now Gabriel Sara for Galatasaray. Halfway through this first half. Long ball through the middle. Now then, oh, unlucky. Just too much on that, because it looked as if Salai had got in behind them there. Still down to 10 men here, Çorum, waiting for Berat Özdemir to be allowed to come back on. They still won't let him on. Well, I don't understand why not. The fourth official's a young lady down there. She was looking at her watch and saying, not yet, not yet. I don't know if there is a time frame. Well, he's back on now, so it's a moot point. 23 minutes on the clock here. Opening match of this new Turkish season. Here's Sane on this near side. Galatasaray 0, Çorum 0. Newly promoted side against the defending champions. Does it get more romantic than that? Out to this far side. They're holding their own here, Çorum. They're doing well. Here's Yilmaz. Ball round the back for the overlapping run of Ismail Jacobs. But that's good defending there from Serdar Gürler. Just shepherded the ball out. And it will be a goal kick to Çorum. Working hard here. Of course, they'll be thrilled that they're at this level now, and it doesn't get any better than playing against the defending champions in this cauldron of an atmosphere. They'll be loving it, and they've certainly risen to the occasion so far. They've not looked overawed, but only time will tell. Galatasaray have dominated possession, as was to be expected. The lineup of truly international and some world-class stars. This is Sanchez now Salai. Plays it down this right channel. It's a dummy by Sane, but the ball breaks kindly for Osimhen. Tries a shot from distance. Good save by Felipe. He was going across the face of goal to that left-hand post, but he stuck an arm out. Well, not only that, it just was able to regather the ball back in. That was good work from Osimhen. It was lucky that it broke to him, but he didn't waste any time, the Nigerian. It was a worm burner, a long-range shot right along the floor, but he struck it well. Galatasaray once more. Good ball into the area, and it's headed in! Diagonal ball! 12 yards out. The offside flag is up, though. The offside flag is up. Oh, goodness me. It was a great ball into the area. I think it's Yunus Akcan who snuck in. They were playing a high line there, Çorum. Brilliant. Yeah, he's offside. He's offside there by about a yard. Brilliant diagonal ball in there from Gabriel Sara. And it was a diagonal header across the face of the keeper, and it went in off the post. It was a beautiful goal, but he was offside. So the first time the ball has hit the back of the net, and a warning for Çorum. Playing that high line, but they got away with it this time. Ball now back at the feet of Ergucan Kachir, or Chakir should I say. Now Bardaki, the captain, brings it up to the edge of the centre circle. Sara. Now Sane on this near side, halfway inside the Çorum half, tries to take it round Andre Borja, but he can't. That's a great ball down the left channel. Ramirez has got in round the back here. He's gone 1-on-1. He's gone round the keeper, but Sanchez just did enough there to get past him to tidy it up. The offside flag has gone up anyway, but that was a dangerous moment there because Sanchez knew, he was offside when the ball was played actually. Sanchez knew there that he couldn't really touch him. He got in ahead of him. He was bearing down on the keeper, and he knew that if he brought him down in the area, either way he's offside anyway, but he wasn't to know that at the time. But that's just again another little warning. That's a great ball through the right channel here. Sara, side of the penalty area, gets it onto his left foot, crosses it in. Penetra clears it with his head, but they've won a free kick here, Çorum. The foul there coming in on... just trying to see if it's Davinson Sanchez there. Just a shove in the back of Alexandros Kizarides, of Jesus Ramirez. So it will be a free kick to Çorum. They have it now halfway inside their own half. They opt to go back to Smolcic. He gets the ball back, having played a 1-2 with Özdemir. Now, good ball out to this near side. Kizarides. Nice little reverse ball down the line. He finds Freddy Ribeiro. He's in space. Gets into the penalty area. Takes it to the byline. Squares it across. It's cleared away. Galatasaray still on the edge of their own area. They clear it away. Not a beautiful flick round the corner. Now they can break themselves here. Down this right-hand side. They've got space. Now here's Sane. Edge of the penalty area. He takes it round one man, tries a shot, but he's absolutely knackered there, and he got no power behind it. Yilmaz was free to his right, and he's opted not to go with him, but I think the offside flag had gone up anyway, so maybe that's why. Or not, as the case may be. Keeper has taken a kick out of his hands. Well, that was all very strange. But we did have a moment there. It went from one end of the pitch to the other. Sane just completely ran out of energy there. Didn't have enough strength to hit the shot. Now then, Sara has the ball over on this far side. Now he brings it into the middle. Sanchez. Now Sane on this near side once again. 28.5 minutes gone. Listening to an unofficial commentary of this Turkish top-flight game between Galatasaray, newly promoted Çorum. First game of a brand new season here at Rams Park. Ball played round the back. Salai attempts a cross from the side of the penalty area. It's blocked by Frove Smolcic, the Croatian, and it will go out for a throw-in to Galatasaray near the corner flag on this near side. Salai will be the man to take it. Long throw to the edge of the area, brought down by Torreira and nudged back to the feet of Sanchez. Now Bardaki, long-range left-footed shot, but he's got that horribly wrong. And it goes very, very wide of that left-hand post. And out for a goal kick. But it's been a very entertaining game of football, that is for sure. And these newly promoted boys are not taking a backward step here. They have the ball now inside the Galatasaray half on this near side. They certainly don't look out of place. Now Freddy Ribeiro. This is Borza, back into Ribeiro. They have it halfway inside the Galatasaray half. Floated ball by the Angolan skipper, brought down on halfway by Penetra. Now Sajdagji plays the ball down that right channel. Get a cross in from the side of the penalty area by Serdar Gürler, but I think he's put far too much on that. And it goes sailing out for a goal kick, which Galatasaray takes short. Passed across to Sanchez. He plays it up through the middle, but the referee has stopped play and once again wants that goal kick retaken. I think for the simple reason that Bardaki passed it straight to Sanchez, which you're not allowed to do. It has to come off the goalkeeper in some form. before it's deemed then in open play. Offside flag up against Barış Yılmaz on that far side. So with 31 minutes gone, what's the ref doing here now? Just like waving his arms around, thrown by Çorum, headed back into the Çorum half. Galatasaray have it now. They bring it forward, edge of the area, but that sideways pass there, looking for Sara, is intercepted. Now Freddy Ribeiro, he's tugged back there on the edge of the centre circle, and that's going to be the first yellow card of the evening. Yunus Akgün, well, he can wave his and laugh sarcastically all he likes, but I'm afraid the referee has got that one spot on. Little tug of the shirt there. And the official taking no nonsense there. Batahan Kolak. First yellow card goes to Yunus Akgün. 32 minutes gone here in Istanbul. Still 0-0. Galatasaray have had the ball in the net, but it was ruled offside. The header by Akgün. Both managers very animated down in the technical areas down there. Well, yeah, I can understand there why Okan Buruk was getting a bit hot under the collar. Çorum were clearly offside, it wasn't given. Anyway, they have it anyway, inside the Galatasaray half. Comes back to Alexandra Penetra on halfway. Now Berat Özdemir. Slowed down to a walk now. Just both teams taking a breather. Well, that sloppy play there by Gürler loses possession inside the Galatasaray half. Yilmaz does well to turn the ball back inside. Now then, ball played through, and Osimhen has got in behind the back two here as it was. Slides it across the face of goal, and Marcos Felipe sticks out a right hand. Oh, the offside flag is up again against the Nigerian. Let's have a look here. Oh, he made the run, realised he was off, stopped, and then didn't stop for long enough. Again, Çorum playing that high line, but they're confidently doing it. Just completely mistimed his run there, Nigeria, not once but twice. But it was a decent save by Marcos Felipe anyway. Ball now back at the feet of Davinson Sanchez for Galatasaray. 33 and a half gone here. Still 0-0. I'm Joe Mills. Thank you for your company. This is an unofficial commentary of this Turkish top flight encounter. Opening game of the season. The defending champions against newly promoted Çorum. What a great way to start the season. Good ball over the top here. Now then, they've got him round the back again. Yilmaz tries the cross, nudges it back. Osimhen side-footed from the edge of the 6-yard box, but he's put it wide. He'll be disappointed there that he's not tested the keeper. First cross from Yilmaz was blocked. It came back to him. In fact, that might have taken a little touch there. Yes, it has. It was a side-footed shot. I thought there's no way he wasn't going to hit the target there, but it's actually taken a little flick off Smolcic. So it is a corner for Galatasaray. Out-swinging corner, whipped in! Header, but it goes across the face of that right-hand post. It was Osimhen again. Appealing to the referee for something, but no, nothing wrong with that. Just didn't get the radar right there, and it's gone about 6 or 7 feet wide of that right-hand post. Goal kick taken by Felipe, but it's gone out of play on this near side. Taken quickly by Salai. Now Abdulkarim Bardaki. This is Ismail Jacobs. Now Barış Yılmaz. The hive of industry, the bleach blonde winger. He gets past two men, gets it to the byline, but he's overrun it there. It's gone out of play. Well, why is he bringing the ball back in? That clearly went over the dead ball line. Well, they still have it. Shot comes into the area, it breaks. Osimhen can't get his foot to that. That would have been very, very fortunate. And I cannot believe that they have not said that has gone over the white line. It was clearly over. Anyway, it's a moot point. Galatasaray win the ball back inside their own half. Now Sara loses possession on the edge of the centre circle, but then it's given away by Ribeiro. Osimhen picks up the loose ball out to Sane on this near side, whips it onto his left foot, cross takes a deflection, shot comes in, and then another wild effort as it breaks for Salah. Left-footed curling shot, but it's gone high over the bar. Just a few little lucky ricochets and rebounds. Oh, that is a dreadful decision. That is clearly over the white line. He nudged it back in. He almost gave himself up there, Yilmaz. He kind of stopped, and he couldn't believe it when the referee said play on. And then there was an attempted shot which took a couple of deflections and somehow found its way through to Osimhen. But his shot was blocked with a last-ditch block there by Karlsbach. So the newly promoted team are still hanging tough here. Yes, Galatasaray have dominated possession. They've had the better chances, but there have been moments for Çorum where they've looked a little dangerous themselves on the counter. But they're holding their own here, not overawed at all. Freddy Ribeiro, long ball back to Felipe, the keeper, and he lashes it back downfield looking for Ramirez, but it's they've won the, but now they've lost the ball. Galatasaray inside their own half very momentarily there. Ball over the top looking for Ramirez, but Salah came across quickly to win the ball back for the defending champions, who are going to get a free kick here for a foul on Barış Yilmaz. Torreira takes it quickly, chested down by Sane on this near side. Salah to Sara in centre field. Now Jacobs over on that far left hand side. Yilmaz brings it onto his right foot, whips in another great cross, headed away, a diving header by Smolcic, and then Çorum are going to get a free kick here. Looks like that was a high boot. Let's have a look again. Yeah, well, he's putting himself in the mix there. I think it was Jesus Ramirez. Just got sandwiched between two players. So it will be a free kick for Çorum, just inside their own half. Just looking again at that dead ball incident with Yilmaz. It clearly went over the white line, and justice was served there. But Galatasaray have won the ball back now. Here's Sara, 30 yards out, tries a pile driver. Great save by Felipe. Low to his right-hand side. Fabulous save from the Brazilian. Another long-range effort there, another worm burner, this time from Gabriel Sara. It's gone out for a throw-in on that far side. Jacobs, long throw into the area, headed away by Penetra. It will come back to Jacobs over on that far side. 39 minutes gone. Lucas Torreira. Now Jacobs again on that far side. Whips in another cross. Penetra defends it well. Freddy Ribeiro, good ball up the top now. This is Ramirez on the halfway line, but he needs reinforcements. He turns, finds Freddy Ribeiro, whose ball just about reaches Kizaridis because he slipped while he did it. Good long ball out to the far. Well, I say that's just evaded Gurla. He applauds it anyway. The intention was there. But a good save from Marcos Felipe. Just had to change at the last second there. He was going in the other direction, then realised it was going out to his right. Swiveled his body at the last moment, and Osimhen has won a free kick for Galatasaray just inside the Çorum half. Yeah, the Galatasaray took it quickly, but inside their own half, and the referee went, no, do you not want the extra 15 yards? Now it's in the right place. Torreira there, just too keen to get on with it. Final 5 minutes of normal time in this very entertaining first half. Galatasaray 0, Çorum 0. Sanchez, floated ball into the area, brought down by Osimhen, but Penetra tussles with him, ball still up in the air. Penetra heads it out. Torreira will gather it back in and whips in another ball that's headed away comfortably by Freddy, the captain. It's gathered in by Davinson Sanchez on the halfway line. Galatasaray flick it out to the right, but briefly lose it and then win it back. Bardaki on halfway. This is Jacobs now. Now Yilmaz over on that far left-hand side. Comes in well, tried to take it round Sazdaji there, but he didn't manage it that time. He will get the ball back here and have another go at him. Sends it into centre field. Sara. Now Salai, who's come in field. This is Sane. Left-footed, attempted cross, and that's blocked by Bortha. And out for a throw-in on this near side to the defending champions. Akjun will be the man to take it. Referee tells him to get on with it. Now Gabriel Sara. This is Akjun again. Little ball infield. Akjun, of course, the man who had the ball in the net. It's a lovely header across the face of Marcos Felipe, going in off the far post, but it was deemed offside. But that's a great ball into him here. Tries to get the cross in, and it's blocked on the edge of the 6-yard box brilliantly there by Frove Smolcic, and it will be a corner for Galatasaray. But that was a lovely move there. The run in round the back by Akjun, but they were switched on there, Çorum, and the big tall blonde-haired Croatian, but Akjun has stayed down. He's had to go off the pitch at the side of the nets. He's just lying there in the fetal position at the moment as the medics make their way round. The ball is on the corner quadrant and it will be taken. In it comes. And the header from Yilmaz has gone over the bar, but I think it's taken a deflection on the way over the bar, so it will be another corner for Galatasaray on this near side. Whipped in again by Sane. Header this time by Osimhen, but he's got that horribly wrong, and it goes very, very wide of the right-hand post. Shows his frustration. 2 minutes remaining of normal time. Akjun receiving treatment now at the side of the Çorum goalposts. Here is Borza now, the Romanian. Back to Smolcic. He squares it across to Marcos Felipe, who's come out of his area, the Brazilian keeper. Now this is Alexandre Penetra. Just slowing it down here. Çorum, they've got a man advantage at the moment. Now they've got a little bit of space inside the centre circle. Özdemir, now Freddy Ribeiro. The ball out to Goulart on that far right hand side, brings it down, knocks it back for Penetra. Now then, long diagonal ball out to this near side. Oh, it just about manages to control that there, does Kizaridis. Side of the penalty area, feeds it towards the edge. Now then, opportunity shot comes in there from Borza, changed it onto his right foot, but it was blocked by Salai and then scrambled away by Galatasaray, and out for a throw-in on that far side. So the newly promoted visitors coming on strong here as we come towards the end of this first half. Shot from Borsim. It's actually blocked by off the knee of the Colombian Davinson Sanchez. Now here's Freddy Ribeiro once again for Çorum. Floated ball over the top, but that's going to be too strong. And it evades Ramirez, who's not had much to work with, and it goes out for a goal kick. Final 30 seconds of normal time in this first half. Still 0-0. Galatasaray against Çorum. Galatasaray have had the ball in the net through Yunus Akjun, but it was ruled offside. They have dominated possession, they have created the better chances, but the visitors, they've looked capable going forward as well. They've had their little moments and they've looked fairly solid at the back, I have to say. 3 minutes of added time. Bardaki. Now Torreira squares it across to Sanchez. All the Galatasaray shirts now inside the Çorum half. This is Akjun back up on his feet. Now Torreira once again in centre field. Akjun takes it off him. This is Yilmaz. Back to Akjun. Just being forced back towards the centre circle. This is Bardaki now inside that centre circle. Çorum holding their defensive shape here and holding it very well. Sanchez comes out to this near side now. This is Salai. Thought about the cross. Now he does. Whips it onto his left foot towards the back post. Headed away by the dependable Penetra. Now then, Çorum will look to hit on the counter-attack here. They need reinforcements. Gurlar does well to hold the ball up. Sazdaji, ball over the top, down that right channel, looking for the run here. But it's tidied up by Sanchez, who rolls it across to Shakir. Flick round the corner, nice interplay there between Torreira and Salai. Now Sara on the halfway line, nudges it out to that far left-hand side. Jacobs. Now Yilmaz. 90 seconds remaining in this first half. Jacobs once again. Patient stuff here from Galatasaray, just keeping the ball, but again Çorum keeping their shape. They're not coming out on the press. Good ball over the top, down the left channel into the area. They tried to square it across, and it's cleared out for a corner. And it was Sane. Good ball over the top. It shows the quality of Galatasaray with those little penetrating runs in round the back. There was a last-ditch clearance there by Özdemir, and it's another corner for Galatasaray. Final minute of this first half. Corner comes in, but it's a poor one. Headed away once again by Penetra. Sanchez will then send that all the way back to Ergacan Kachir. Shakir, I will get that right eventually, and his long ball downfield goes all the way through to his opposite number, Felipe, who kicks it low out of his hands, and that's neatly flicked back inside. Kizaridis, well, the offside flag has gone up against the Greek. It's a free kick taken quickly by Galatasaray. A matter of seconds remaining. Torreira has it on halfway. Still 0-0. This is an unofficial commentary of this Turkish top flight game, the opening game of the season. The defending champions against newly promoted Çorum. What a fascinating first half it has been, and that is the end of it. So 0-0. The newly promoted Minnows holding their own here in this cauldron. Galatasaray, as we expected, have dominated the game really. They've had the better chances, but Çorum have not looked out of this at all. They have had their moments. Action's header ruled out for offside. So half-time here in Istanbul. It is 0-0, and it promises to be a fascinating second half. Can this newly promoted side hang on? Can they even cause an upset? All will be revealed. Don't go away. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Well, welcome back to Rams Park, Istanbul. The team's about to come out for this second half. This is an unofficial commentary of this Turkish top flight encounter between the defending champions Galatasaray and newly promoted Çorum, who I have to say have done really, really well so far. They're a baby of a club. They were only formed in 2018, so they're only 8 years old. Galatasaray have been around for 121 years, but at the moment they are holding them. That's a header by Akcan, ruled out for offside, the only time the net was breached. Galatasaray in their home strip of the burgundy and gold halved shirts, white shorts and the burgundy socks. Çorum in the black socks, black shorts and the red and black striped shirts. It'll be Çorum who'll be playing from left to right in this second half. Galatasaray right to left. They will have kick-off in this cauldron of an atmosphere. Really entertaining first half. Let's hope for more of the same. Batahan Kalok is our referee, gets us underway. Ball goes all the way back to Çakir, the goalkeeper. Long clearance downfield, headed back up towards the halfway line, but Sara picks the ball up here for Galatasaray, forced out to this near touch line, brings it back in field to Lucas Torreira. Now Davinson Sanchez, edge of the centre circle. Every Galatasaray shirt inside the Çorum half goes out to that far side to Salai. Sane whips a ball into the area, header and tipped over the bar. Marcos Felipe called into action again. Osimhen can't believe it, another shake of the head. Brilliant crossing, and again a brilliant leap by the Nigerian hitman. Glancing bullet header and a splendid save, tipped over the bar by the Brazilian Marcos Felipe. Only 1 minute gone. Corner, Gabriel Sara on this near side. Was about to take it, but the referee has just halted play briefly. Outswinging corner, comes in, glancing header across the face of goal, but it will be picked up by Osimhen over on that far side, and he forces Andre Boza to put it out for a throw-in. Which Galatasaray will take momentarily, just level with the edge of the penalty area. A long throw comes in from Salai, headed away by Penetra, and then rather curiously headed back towards their own goal there, but Boza does well to bring it down, gets the ball upfield. Ramirez does well to hold that ball up. Now Freddy Ribeiro. Özdemir in central midfield, plays it out to that far left-hand side. Güler, back to Smolcic, Croatian centre-half. Now Güler once again feeds it up to the halfway line. Ribeiro has won a free kick here, just brought down short of the halfway line. Nice little ball round the back there, and then Salai there just blocked him off. Rather clumsy effort there from the Hungarian international. So a free kick to Çorum, just short of the halfway line, which Roger Smolcic will take. Floats it downfield, looking for the Venezuelan Jesus Ramirez. Can't hold it up. Galatasaray pinch the ball. Now then, Osimhen can't get to it though on the halfway line, and it's cleared downfield. Goes all the way through to Erguçan Çakir. Now Bardaki. Davinson Sanchez once more, the Colombian. Floats it over that right channel, but it's too strong, and that will go out near the corner flag for a goal kick. Disappointing there. The first shots fired by Galatasaray. Brilliant header by Osimhen, such a tall figure. Great leap on him. Powerful header there from about 8 yards out. It was right at Felipe, who acrobatically tipped it over the bar from close range. Now then, Sanchez will come forward again here and threads a good ball through into the middle of the pitch, but Çorum stand firm. They win the ball back and then promptly give it away once more. It was Marcus Karlsbach, the Norwegian. Now then, infield it comes. This is Gabriel Sara outside of the boot, floats a lovely ball out to Sane on that far side, brings it back in on his left foot, finds Salai, edge of the area. Now then, Yilmaz, side of the penalty box, brings it in on his right foot, curling effort, but it was never troubling the keeper. Goes about 5 yards wide of that far right hand post. No one could get on the end of it. So 4.5 minutes gone in this second half. Still awaiting our first goal of the evening. Referee not happy about something here, saying to retake the goal kick. Saying that there's encroachment there by Galatasaray, and he's saying you can't go inside the box until they've touched the ball. Now then, clearance downfield from Felipe, but headed back with authority by Sanchez, but the ball nudged downfield is defended, but it comes straight back to Lucas Torreira. Now that's that far side. Sane once more floats a good ball into the area. Felipe leaps and collects it before Osimhen can get involved once again. Such a live wire, the Nigerian striker. Felipe kicks the ball out of his hands, but it's not a great one. It's picked off easily by Galatasaray. Have the ball on halfway. Abdul Karim Bardaki, the captain, will bring it forward once more down this near side. Trying to take it round Freddy Ribeiro, and ends up bringing his opposite captain down. And it will be a free kick to Çorum near the corner flag on this near side. 51 minutes on the clock. And it's going to be the keeper who's going to come out of his area to take this. All in yellow. Ushers his teammates downfield and launches it into the night sky, looking for Ramirez, but it's easily headed away once more by Salai. Çorum picked the ball up on halfway. Now it comes out to that far side. Opportunity here for Kizuridis. Tries to cut in field, but he's dispossessed. Sara, little chip towards the halfway line. Nicely brought down by Yilmaz, but then he loses it with a loose touch. Now then, Serdar Gürler on this near side works the ball back to Penetra. Squared across to Smolcic. Patient play by the newcomers. Andre Borza. Infield it comes to Berat Özdemir. Floats a nice ball out to this near side. Brought down by Gürler. Now then, can he run at them here? Edge of the box. Just nudges it back for Freddy Ribeiro. Now then, nudge back into Freddy then. Then he tries a back heel, which was to go forwards, if you see what I mean. But he couldn't pick out Sazdaji. He missed it, went out for a throw-in. They both saw the funny side. Galatasaray take the throw-in quickly. Torreira, bit of a loose touch from the Uruguayan there, but he recovered. Gets it out to Salai over on that far side, just inside the Çorum half. Now they have it on halfway once again with the blonde-haired Torreira. But again, Çorum being disciplined. Chip over the top there, and now then Osimhen got to it first. Keeper's come out. Oh, he's turned it in from the tightest of angles. What a finish there from Victor Osimhen. It was a simple ball through the middle, over the top. He nipped in behind the back four, and he got to it before the onrushing Marcos Felipe, but he forced him out so wide. But he's turned it home from the most acute of angles. What a strike. Yeah, he's onside, got in between the back two. That is some finish from Victor Osimhen. Took it away over the top of the keeper and then volleyed it from the tightest of angles on the left-hand side. Wow, that is some goal. Into the side netting on the far side of the posts. And Galatasaray finally have the lead against this plucky Çorum side. That is some finish from Victor Osimhen. He's been threatening the goal all evening. And to turn it in from that angle really is quite special. And showing his world-class capabilities there, the Nigerian. So 54 minutes gone here in Istanbul. We have a goal. Galatasaray 1, Çorum 0. Very interesting to see now how the newcomers react to that. They've been excellent tonight so far in what is a really difficult opening game for them in this top division. Marcus Karlsbach has been withdrawn, and the Ivorian Mohamed Diamande has come on for Çorum. So a change made by Ugur Uçar. But now then, here are Çorum down at this end of the field. Gürler, bit of space on this near side now for Sazdaji. Whips the ball in. Bardaki wins the header, comes out, but again they have it. Sazdaji on this near side puts in another cross, and again it's defended by Bardaki. Gürler wins it back again. So, lovely little 1-2 now then. Gürler, lovely little nudge back to the edge of the area. Side of the area, shot comes in from Freddie, and it's deflected by Bardaki, who didn't know much about it. And it's gone out for a goal kick. Sorry, a corner for Çorum. Wow, we said how would they react. That was a lovely little move there. Worked on this near side. Lovely 1-2s between Gürkan Sazdaji and Serdar Gürler. And it was a lovely little reverse ball back into the edge of the area. And a great shot from the captain, Freddy Ribeiro, deflecting off the head of Bardaki. So a corner for Çorum. I think this might be their first one. 55 gone. They played, well, I'm not sure what that was. They tried to play it along the ground to the near post, and he's just dragged it into the side netting there, Freddy, the captain. Well, this has been a good response from Çorum to going a goal down. Short goal kick taken by Galatasaray. Shakir. Now Sanchez will bring it forward, but he's being hounded there by Ramirez. Turns and sends it back to the keeper. Now Sara nudges it out to Sanchez on that far side. That's a nice ball through the middle here. Now then, ball play through the middle again. Osimhen causing problems between the two centre-halves. Gets it out to this near side. Tried to feed it through again there for the run of Torreira. Well defended. And now then, Çorum will look to hit on the counter here with Freddy, the captain. Now Kazaridis. He's dispossessed over there on that far touchline. A bit too easily there, the Greek. And then a rather clumsy challenge from behind on Salai. And that will be a free kick for Galatasaray just inside the Çorum half. They have it on halfway. Bardaki allows that to run through for Jacobs, and then it's turned back to the feet of Shakir, who's just on the edge of his penalty area. 57 gone, long ball through the middle, easily defended there by Smolcic. Salai briefly wins it back for Galatasaray, but his ball downfield is tidied up by Andre Borza. Galatasaray have it again, this time on halfway. This is Torreira. Now here's Ismail Jacobs, back to Bardaki. Jacobs again on this near side. Just trying to pull Çorum around. Bardaki, long ball down through the top there, but it's flicked round the corner by Osimhen to try and chase himself, but he can't get to it in time. Cleared away by Felipe. Now then, chance on the counter here for Çorum. They come forward, they bring it infield, long range shot comes in. Oh, what a strike that is! Unbelievable strike from over on that far side, and it's Alexandros Kazaridis, the Greek winger, and they've hit back here. Çorum, their first goal in the top flight. They have pegged back the defending champions here at Rams Park. What a response! 4 minutes between the two goals, and it went from one end of the field to the other. clearance, great turn on the halfway line by Freddy Ribeiro, and then it looked harmless. Kizaridis over on the far side, brought it in on his right foot, 30 yards out, and he's absolutely smoked that right into the top right hand corner. What a strike, and what a game we've got on our hands here. Galatasaray 1, Çorum 1. Take a bow, Alexandros Kizaridis, and what a response. After going 1-0 down, Victor Osimhen, we thought that was a special strike with the acute angle, but that one takes the honours tonight. And wow, stunned silence from the majority of the spectators in here, but those Çorum fans behind the goal absolutely in raptures there. As we come up to the hour mark, and game is well and truly on now. Galatasaray 1, Çorum 1 here in Istanbul on the opening night of this new season in the Turkish top flight. I'm Joe Mills. Thank you for joining us for this unofficial commentary of this game. And what a treat we've had so far. How will Galatasaray respond now? This is Ismail Jacobs on this near side. Ball comes in. Torreira thought about the shot and then just tried to nudge it to the edge of the area. But Çorum clear it downfield. Oh no, it's a loose back pass. Ramirez has got it behind Sanchez. Chips it over the top. It's 2-1. It's 2-1 to Çorum. Oh my goodness me. It was a long ball over the top. Davinson Sanchez did not deal with it. And Jesus Ramirez muscled him out of it. Held his nerve and chipped it over the top of the oncoming Ergükan Çakır, and just like that, 2 goals in 2 minutes. It is Galatasaray 1, Çorum 2. Unbelievable scenes here at Rams Park. It was intercepted on the edge of the area. It was just a long punt downfield. He just got on the wrong side of it, Sanchez, and then he hit his back pass. Ramirez got in ahead of him, and then he stalled a little bit, allowed Sanchez then to get back in front of him, but just had enough space to chip it over the top of both men from the edge of the penalty area. Brilliant composure there from the Venezuelan striker. Wow. Well, even if they don't win this tonight, what a start this has been to life in the top flight for this 8-year-old club, Çorum. They have come here to the defending champions in one of the most hostile environments in world football. And in the space of 2 minutes, they have turned this game on its head. 2 goals in 2 minutes. Now then, Galatasaray have to respond. Poor mistake that from the Colombian centre-half. Now then, Barış Yilmaz on this near side. Right-footed, swings a good ball in towards the back post. Borza, it flicked off his head, but it came off Leroy Sané last, so it will be a goal kick for Çorum. It could also have been a handball against Sané there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Goal kick. Marcos Felipe with it. 62.5 minutes gone here in Istanbul. A huge upset on the cards. This is Gürler on this near side. Plays it back to halfway to Sazdaci. Ball over the top there down the right channel, but couldn't find Gürler. Goes all the way through to Çakır. Galatasaray now. Oh, dispossessed on the edge of the centre circle. Now then, chance here. Oh, went for a long-range shot there, did Hrove Smolcic. And the big Croatian has lashed it over the crossbar from 30 yards out. That was a true centre-half's effort there. I don't think he really knew what to do with it there. He thought, oh, I might as well have a dig. Not normally at this end of the pitch. But again, careless there from Galatasaray inside their own half. Now they play it through the middle. This is a good run. Cuts in field here. Sané. A left-footed shot. Good save, Felipe. Away to his right-hand side, and he palms it out for a throw-in on this near side. End-to-end action here The German international Sane with that left-footed strike from 30 yards. But Felipe, as he has been all evening, up to the task. Long throw comes in from Jacobs. Flicked on header by Bardaki towards the back post. Headed back in, turn shot. Brilliant save on the line by Felipe. Excellent stuff. It was headed back across the face of goal and then a sort of a sliding volley from Bardaki. Unbelievable. Long throw in again from Jacobs. Headed away. Another volley comes in. Goalmouth scramble. And then there's a foul there inside the penalty area on a Çorum player who stayed down. Referee hasn't seen it. He's allowed play to carry on. He's back up on his feet. Galatasaray have it. This is Davinson Sanchez. Halfway inside the Çorum half. What a game we have now. Now then, ball whipped in by Salai, header by Osimhen, but again it's gone over the bar and out for a goal kick. Again, he leaps like the proverbial salmon, the Nigerian, but he just couldn't get it on target that time. But Galatasaray suddenly now starting to turn the screw. They find themselves 2-1 down here. Disbelief inside the stadium. As I said earlier in the game, first games of the season can throw up some interesting results, particularly when you're playing newly promoted teams who are an unknown quantity. They'll have come here today knowing they've got literally nothing to lose. Nobody expected anything from them. It's the hardest possible start to life in the top flight. But you know what? The flip side of that is that you embrace it. You know, you're here, you're in the big leagues, you're playing the biggest dog of them all at home. Just go out there and express yourself. And they have hung with Galatasaray and now they have the lead. Extraordinary stuff. Come what may tonight, if they hold on and get a huge upset, then brilliant for them. If they don't end up winning this game, my goodness me, they've made a great start to life. And all power to them. They have the ball here over on the far side. But the flag has gone up. I think the ball did go out of play over there. Throw-in taken quickly by Galatasaray. 66 minutes gone. Galatasaray 1. Çorum 2. Ball play through the middle. Osimhen tries to strike. The offside flag goes up against him anyway. Again, it was from a tight angle on that right-hand side, but he hit it along the ground straight at the keeper. Yeah, nudged him round the back of Penetra there, but he was on the wrong side of him when the pass came through. Now then, Gürler brings that one down nicely. Then the ball chipped over the top. Looking for the run there of Gürler. He keeps on running, but he's dispossessed there by Bardaki. Sanchez will bring it forward now for the champions, the defending champions, who are trailing. We had 3 goals in pretty much 6 minutes. Now then, Torreira finds Salai. He whips the ball in and it's cleared away again by Penetra on the 6-yard line, puts it out for a throw-in over on that far side. And now another change for Çorum. We are going to see Mame Thiam, the Senegalese striker, is going to come on for Serdar Gürler. I thought, yeah, he's run himself into the ground tonight. And he's been excellent. So Mame Thiam comes on, the number 9. And Gürler gets a big hug from his manager. And Galatasaray going to make a change as well. You can see there that Eren El Mali is readying himself. Anyway, long throw comes in into the area. Smolcic wins the header. And it comes back out to that far side. Galatasaray have it once again. This is Sara. Left-footed, chips the ball in towards the back post, but it's too strong. And it goes out for a goal kick. And that change can now be made by Galatasaray. But no, it's going to have to wait for Çorum goal kick. It's an awful one, but they've got away with it there. It went straight to Sara, who couldn't control it. So Çorum still have the ball inside their own half, but they need help here. This is Diamande. He's been hounded all the way over to that near side. And it will be a throw-in for Galatasaray, taken quickly by Torreira. Real sense of urgency now, as you would expect for Galatasaray. Sanchez brings it forward, chips it out to this near side, but that's poor. Easily defended with the head there by Sasdaci. Now Torreira. Sara nudges it infield. This is Bardaki. Every Galatasaray player bar the keeper inside the Çorum half. Sanchez comes forward. Poor ball to the edge of the box is easily defended. Now then, they will look to hit on the counter once again. Kiziridis. Now Ramirez tussling there with Jacobs. Now Freddy Ribeiro. Oh, he almost got the 1-2 through to him there. And then a rather crude challenge comes in there. And it's going to be the first year. Oh, it's a red card! It's a red card! Oh, goodness me. It was a lunge from behind and hero 2-0. Alexandros Kiziridis. Oh, goodness me. Has got a straight red card here. He's got his head in his hands. It was a nothing passage of play, to be fair. And he just lunged there. Oh, and he stood on his Achilles there on Yukun Akjen. Oh, and it was a bad one. It was clumsy. It wasn't malicious. And the Greek winger, who got his side back into this game, has now been sent from the field. And the fairy tale, well, this is a chance now of Galatasaray. They'll have a man advantage for the last 22 minutes of this game, as Alexandros Kiziridis disconsolately trudges off the field for that straight red card, the foul on Yunus Ukcan. It's going to be a double change actually now for Galatasaray. Eren Almali's coming on. Ismail Jacobs has been withdrawn. And there's going to be another change also. We're going to see, I think it's Mario Lemina, the Gabon international. And he's going to be replacing Davinson Sanchez, who of course was very much at fault for that second goal. So Galatasaray now will be smelling blood. 71 minutes gone. They trail 2-1 to this newly promoted 8-year-old football club. But they now have a man advantage. It's going to be a rearguard effort now from Çorum to try and see this out and create what is probably going to be the biggest result in their young history. Incredible effort from them. Now then, Galatasaray have it. El Mali will bring it forward down that far right-hand side. Brings it infield, finds the blonde-haired Torreira. Now Salai over on that far side. Infield it comes to Sara. Square ball. Bardaki. Space opening up now for Galatasaray. Now down this near side. Bardaki squares it across again. They have it just about 30 yards out. Little flick over the top by Yilmaz. Keeper comes out, clatters into his own player. And it's going to be, well, the offside flag has gone up anyway, but it was just a little flick of the foot there from Yilmaz. A little bit of trickery, and then the header over the top. Osimhen was offside. And Felipe coming out, clattered into Hrove Smolcic. Yeah, just caught him there. The offside flag, as it has done several times this evening, coming to the aid. I think he caught Smolcic with his boot there, the keeper, when he went diving through, and Smolcic was to his left, and as Felipe's legs went up in the air, he's kicked Smolcic in the face. And the big Croatian is down on the ground here. They can ill afford to lose him. So 73 minutes gone here. I'm Joe Mills in Istanbul. This is an unofficial commentary of this top-flight Turkish game. The defending champions at home against a newly promoted club, only 8 years in existence, and they are trailing by 2-1. This doesn't look good for Hrove Smolcic, I have to say. Lying prone on his back. They can ill afford to lose the big Croatian. He's been a man-mountain at the back for them tonight, remember. But Çorum are down to 10 men. Alexandros Kizaridis, straight red card for that tackle on Action. Only minutes after firing his team level with the goal of the night, an absolute thunderbolt from 30 yards into the top corner. Well, it's looks like it's going to have to be a stretcher job here. Well, this is not good for Çorum. Obviously, with a head knock like this, you can't be too careful, and so it looks as if we're going to get a double change here for Çorum. They're going to have to shuffle the pack a little bit. Mohamed Diamande already on, remember, and as is Mame Tiam. Looks as if we're going to get Ahmed Ildis, and we're also going to get Arda Senjul, I think, is the other one. Yeah. Well, a sad sight as Hrove Smolcic is led round the side of the arena on a stretcher. He is looking fairly compos mentis, but again just took what a nasty blow to the face there off the boot of his keeper. Complete accident, but if things weren't tough enough for this newly promoted outfit, they're down to 10 men, and now they've lost their excuse me, their centre half to injury. So Arda Senjul comes on for Hrove Smolcic. And the captain, Freddy Ribeiro, led by example, hands the captain's armband to Gürkan Sıztaci. And we're going to see Ahmed Ildis come on for Freddy. And well, we'll have a fair chunk of stoppage time, I would think. So 14 minutes of normal time remaining, but I estimate we're probably going to get at least another 20 minutes to go here. Can they hold on? And not only that, they flicked their ball downfield there, and Ramirez was almost in again. It's a tough one here. You know, you don't really want to be sitting back and saying to Galatasaray, come on then, try and score. You want to try and be competitive as well. It's the natural instinct to do that. Bardaki was fouled there by Diamande. Free kick taken quickly. Salai dispossessed as he tries to go round his man. Borza comes roaring forward now, the Romanian, then puts on the brakes. Now Diamande over on that far side. Çorum here, well, the ball was played through, but Ramirez was walking back from an offside position, didn't bother chasing after it. And now Galatasaray will bring it up towards the halfway line. This is Torreira. Salai over on that far side, cuts infield. Now Bardaki, sitting very deep. Çorum now whips the ball into the area, but it thunders off the head there. I think it was of Sara. Comes out to this near side to El Mali. Back it comes once more. This is Bardaki. Now then, what's he got here? Lamina has dropped in at centre half. Not normally his usual position. This is Torreira. Floats the ball out to that far side. This is Leroy Sane. Cuts in field again. Left-footed strike along the floor, but no power on it. And it just burns the grass as it goes through into the grateful arms of Marcos Felipe, who's been outstanding tonight, the Brazilian stopper. He's not great kicking out of his hands, though. That's just gone straight up high in the air. El Mali briefly won it on halfway, but now it breaks for Ildis. Now then, Özdemir. Now Ahmed Ildis. Mame Tiam on this near side for Çorum. Back it comes to the captain now, Sıztaci. Özdemir. Now they've worked the ball all the way back to the feet here of Marcos Felipe on the edge of his own penalty area. He chips it downfield, but again, well, has the offside flag gone up there? went out and straight out. It looked like they'd stopped playing. Galatasaray take the throw in quickly, and now it's with Roland Salai over on that far right-hand side. Ball back infield, it comes to Torreira, picked up by Gabriel Sara. 79 minutes gone. Ball whipped in towards the far side of the penalty area. Nudged back in field by El Mali. Brought down, left-footed volley from the Brazilian Sara, but it goes high over the crossbar. And Çorum survive once more. And Marcos Felipe places the ball down on the edge of the 6-yard box. No short stuff. Waves everyone downfield. Long punt. Now then, Ramirez has got in again through the back four here. Tries a shot. Oh, he just couldn't get any power on it, and he's just chipped it up in the air into the hands of Shakir. And then now he's gone down with what looks like a bad case of cramp. But that was so easy. It was just a long ball downfield, route one, over the top. And he got in behind Lemina and Salai. And it was a last-ditch effort from Salai. Just spooked him a little bit there, and he ended up sticking his shot, just chipped it really into the hands of the keeper. Ball into the area now, back post header, trying to find Osimhen. Ball still inside the Çorum penalty area. It's headed away by Senjul, and then a long ball downfield, and it's brought down by Ramirez. Now then, they can hit on the counter once more here. 3-on-3 at the moment, chipped infield. This is Diamande. Well, Çorum are refusing to sit back and defend what they have, and you know what, I think that's the right idea. You know, even if they had 11 men, the fact is they've got 10. Now then, they breached the line once more. They're through here. This is Diamande. He needs help though. Oh, the offside flag has gone up very late. Very late. That seemed almost too easy. Oh, you know what? You know what? He was onside. He was onside there. It was an arcing run. But Galatasaray are a shambles at the back at the moment. They're playing a high line. They've got Mario Lemina in at centre-half, who's not a centre-half. And they're playing a newly promoted team with 10 men. And they're just playing simple long balls over the top. Now then, header! Oh, it was a whipped ball in. And again, Osimhen getting in between the two centre-halves, and he's blazed that header over the bar. I think it may have taken a final touch. Well, no, it surely came off Osimhen last. It was Akcan with the ball in. Yeah, that's a goal kick. That is an absolute sitter there for Victor Osimhen. Yeah, well, I'm just looking at that effort from Ramirez. When he came through, his shot actually hit the boot of Salai. That's why it ballooned up quite nicely for Ergücan Çakır. But Galatasaray still have the ball here now. Played into the area. They got him round the back. El Mali! He got him round the back at the back post. Tried to square it across the face of goal. And it's put out for a corner. But the offside flag is up once again. Again, I have to say, it looked like El Mali. Yeah, he's miles off. He made the run. He cut in from this near side. Diagonal run to the back post. But it was a good 2 yards offside. And Galatasaray are going to bring on the old warrior İlkay Gündoğan, and in fact they're going to bring on 2 players shortly, because they are on the cusp here of experiencing a huge shock on the opening day of the season. Not only going down at home to a newly promoted team, but going down at home to a newly promoted team who are now playing with 10 men. We are going to see İlkay Gündoğan. We're also going to see, by the look of it, Kazimcan Karastas. Also, it's going to be a throw-in here for Galatasaray. Taken quickly by El Mali. Throws it into the penalty area where it's gathered in by Lemina. Now then, Bardaki will bring it forward. This is Salai. Tussling now does well there. Good feet. Now Sane, but that's a brilliant sliding tackle there from Diamande. Now it's brilliantly intercepted there by Tiam. So it's all hands on deck. And now we're going to get this double change. Karataş. And so Torreira is coming off for Galatasaray. He's going to be replaced by Gündoğan. And the other change for the defending champions is the captain Bardaki has come off, and Kazimcan Karataş is going to replace him. We have 6 minutes of normal time remaining. Galatasaray 1, Çorum 2. Ball played into the area, valiantly defended once more. Only comes out as far as El Mali. He chips the ball back in again. Again, it's headed clear. Now then, the dancing ball brought down on the edge of the penalty area there. The referee says it was a dive, I think, from Akgün. We still play on. Ball played round the back here. Can Yilmaz get the crossing? He's claiming it was a handball, but it's cleared away again. Diamande tussling over on that far side, and he gets the ball downfield, but there's nobody there. And I think this is what we're going to see now. Galatasaray just going to throw everything at this. And Çorum are just going to have to try and see this out and maybe try and hit on the counter. This is El Mali on this near side. Tiam, although he's got number 9 and almost acting as a left back. Good ball played round the back of him though. Now then, Karataş whips the ball into the area. Good clearing header again there by Penetra. Comes back out. Akgün whips it in again. Overhead kick effort, but he misses it completely. Ball chipped upfield, and Çorum trying to release the ball up the pitch there for Tiam, but it's headed away by Lamina. Bit of head tennis now, but Çorum have come up with the ball here. But they're short of numbers and running out of gas, and that's just a loose touch from Ahmet Yıldız. Just couldn't get the ball out of his feet. Ended up putting it out for a throw-in. Now it came off the knee there of Arda Şencel, and the appeal for that it had struck his hand. Good ball round the back again. Yilmaz, side of the penalty area, whips in across. There's nobody there, and it goes out on the opposite side of the field for a throw-in for Çorum. Almost 86 minutes gone here in Istanbul. Opening day of the Turkish top flight. The defending champions at home to a newly promoted club. They're only 8 years old, Çorum. And they went 1-0 down, and you feared, and then they hit back with 2 goals in 2 minutes, and now they look to hit on the counter again. And don't forget, they played the last 20 minutes with 10 men, and they're still holding on here for what would be a huge upset to start the new season, and definitely the biggest result in their young history. Can they hold on? Now then, Sane plays the ball into centre field. Good space here for Sara. Nudges the ball through into the area. Oh, last gasp tackle there by Şencel. Danger still not over. Ball whipped in towards the back post. El Mali cushions it down. Thundering shot from the edge of the area, but it's gone high over the crossbar. Awful left-footed effort there from Karataş. More disappointment, but they are defending so well, Çorum, throwing their bodies in front of everything. Brilliant sliding block there from Şencel as Sane was about to pull the trigger from 10 yards out. Last 3 minutes of normal time. Galatasaray have it on halfway. Played out now. Space is opening up. Now on that far right-hand side. Sane comes in. Slides it across to the edge of the area. They try to play the ball back to him, and they do. And it's a sort of a sideways bicycle kick there from Akgün. But it's straight at the keeper, who's the calmest man out there. Drills the kick downfield out of his hands, but again it sails over the head of Jesus Ramirez and out for a throw-in. Another change coming now for Galatasaray. It's going to be Kaan Ayhan. But in the meantime, Galatasaray have the ball again over on that far right-hand side. Yilmaz tried to feed it out to the right-hand side, but Diamande got the block in, and the ball balloons downfield into the grateful arms of his goalkeeper, Marcos Felipe. 2 minutes remaining of normal time. Goal kick downfield out of the hands. Ramirez, who looks absolutely exhausted out there, couldn't bring it down with his head, and he's trudging back to the halfway line. He looks absolutely spent. Now El Mali on this near side for Galatasaray, inside the Çorum half, brings it infield. Almost a loose touch there by Salai. Sane into centre field. Now the edge of the area again. Shot comes in. Another great save. Tipped round the post by Felipe. Excellent effort there from Eren El-Mali, left-footed volley. And a great save from the... In fairness, it was straight at him, but he tipped it round the post. Sane is coming off. And quickly on is Kaan Ayhan. And it is a corner for Galatasaray over on this far side, inside the final minute of normal time. Galatasaray 1, Çorum 2. We are on the cusp here of an almighty upset on the opening day of the season, and the biggest result in this young club's history. And they deserve it if they can hang on. But can they hang on? Corner is whipped in swinger. Oh no, they've got the header. It's Osimhen, side of the head as per usual, into the bottom left-hand corner from the edge of the 6-yard box, and the Nigerian has got his second goal of the evening and has saved the blushes of the defending champions. With 30 seconds of normal time remaining, absolute heartbreak for Çorum. But you know what? If you'd have told them that they could come away potentially here with a point tonight, they wouldn't have believed you. That's unlucky. It was actually at Felipe, but he got a hand to it, but he couldn't keep it out, and he palmed it into the side netting. It's Galatasaray 2, Çorum 2. Çorum, remember, down to 10 men. 7 minutes of added time here now, and that is time for Galatasaray. Can they show their class here and pinch this? And it'll be an utter heartbreak for Çorum. Can they hold on? They've got themselves a free kick here inside the centre circle, inside the Galatasaray half. There'll be no rush to take it. Victor Osimhen, 53 and 90 for his goals. Kizaridis and Ramirez, 59 and 61. 2 goals in 2 minutes, which turned this game on its head. Can Çorum come up with another surprise? They chip the ball to the edge of the area. Header is flicked in. Oh, it's a... Oh, he saved it on the line. Mame Tiam, unmarked at the... Well, what's happened here? Oh, I think he may have been offside. Oh, goodness me. It was a glancing header. Tiam was unmarked at the back post. Close range header. It was a brilliant save. He should have scored it, but it wouldn't have counted anyway. But again, Çorum are just not going away here. And they've won themselves another free kick on this near side. Great header from the edge of the area. And I tell you what, again, he was not offside. It was an outstanding save from Çakır down at his near post. But he was not offside. That should have been a corner. Now then, here comes Lamina. Bleached blonde hair for the Gabon international. Brings it up to the halfway line. Almost 2 minutes gone of the added 7. Can Galatasaray find a late winner here and break some hearts? This is Gabriel Sara. Now Eren El-Mali on this near side. Floats the ball into the area again. Penetra with the clearing header. Only comes down for Galatasaray once more. Yilmaz tries to get the cross in. It's blocked by Borza. And they tussle for the ball over on that far side. Yilmaz still has it. Tries to take it round the Romanian. And he's taken the ball out there. Yilmaz feels that he was fouled. But the referee not interested. It will be a goal kick for Çorum. Absolute drama here in Istanbul. Tiam, well, he should have buried that. And I'll tell you what, he was not offside. He was not offside, and Diamande wasn't earlier on either. But they've won themselves another free kick here, Çorum. This is good stuff from them. They are spoiling things now, taking their time, drawing fouls. Salai with the foul this time. 3 minutes of the added 7 gone. Referee tells them now to get on with it. And it's launched downfield. Tiam trying to turn his man, and it's headed back towards the keeper by El-Mali. They do look very shaky at the back, Galatasaray. And a lot of the time it's just been Route 1 stuff from Çorum, and it's caused no end of problems. They have the ball now out on that far side with Barış Yilmaz. Now Salai once again plays the ball infield. Now they're working it nicely. Now 30 yards out. Will Sara try a shot? No. Comes to El-Mali, side of the penalty area. He tries to curl it in. It's blocked by Tiam. Ball comes back out for Galatasaray. This is Mario Lemina. Almost 4 minutes of the added 7 gone. Ball played into the area again. Oh, they got it round the back here, but again another last-ditch tackle, this time by Penetra. And Senjul will bring the ball away, and he hacks it downfield, but it's come straight to Lemina, and Galatasaray will come again here. Goodness me. Now El Mali on this near side. Kettle is boiling here. Ball whipped into the area once more again. Another brilliant header away by Penetra. Ramirez can't hold the ball up though, and Galatasaray come again, fed into the area, nudged backwards towards the edge of the area. Long range shot comes in by Akjan, but it's gone over the bar. He holds his head in his hands. Oh, goodness me. Çorum hanging on by the skin of their teeth here. They deserve to get something out of this game. They really do. This is Lemina. It's just coming straight back at them, though. They've got a smidge over 2 minutes to survive. Here's Galatasaray now on that far right-hand side. They get the ball back in centre field. Now then, Karataş, left-footed strike, but again it takes a big deflection over to this near side. Yilmaz, well, I'm not sure what that was. He completely mishit that. He tried to cross it across the face of the box. He's kicked it almost all the way back to the halfway line. It's retrieved by Karataş. Now Lemina, excuse me. Sara, Karataş, 30 yards out. 90 seconds remaining. El Mali. Nice turn on the edge of the box. Shot comes in. It's along the floor and no power from Sara. And Felipe flops on top of that ball gratefully with that shot from his fellow countryman. And the kick out of the hands downfield by Marcos Felipe. He's been outstanding tonight. Now then, it's a ball over the top. Tiam's got away from El Mali, but he's on his own. He needs reinforcements. Nudges the ball back here. And now Çorum with Ildis just taking the ball away from the goal now and just looking to keep hold of it. But again, that was far too easy. Ildis, nice ball down the right channel. Can they get a cross in here? Diamande. But again, he needs help. Near the corner flag, twisting, turning, trying to get away. He still keeps hold of the ball here, and he gets the ball out to the edge of the area, squared across. Now then, Çorum have it, edge of the penalty area. Nudge through again. Here's Diamande. Can he get the cross in? Yes, he can, but it's straight into the hands of Çakır. And now they need to get a move on. Thunderous kick downfield, final 30 seconds, headed away by the outstanding Penetra, but it comes straight back at them now. Galatasaray breaking down this right-hand side. Selay plays it round the back. Yilmaz crosses blocked by Senjul, and it will be a corner for Galatasaray. We have got 10 seconds remaining of this added 7. Alarm bells will be ringing here. Osimhen on a hat-trick. He'll be there. And they pile into the area. Can Çorum hold on? We're now into added time of added time. Corner for Galatasaray. In swinger. In it comes. Keeper comes out. Gets the punch. Comes out to Gundogan. Squares it across. Shot comes in and it's over the bar. It's over the bar by Akjan. And surely now that is that. Surely. And Çorum look as if they are about, you could still call it an upset. They have come within a hair's breadth, and that is the full-time whistle. Newly promoted team, first time in the top flight, 8 years old they are. They've come here to the defending champions into this most hostile of atmospheres, and they were literally minutes away from pulling off the biggest shock we've seen in a long time and the biggest result in their history. They played the last 25 minutes with 10 men. 2 goals in 2 minutes, either side of the hour, turned this on its head. But Victor Osimhen's second goal off a corner in the 89th minute denied them an incredible win. But you know what? They will take this point. What a fantastic game we have seen here tonight at Rams Park for this opening game of the season. It has finished Galatasaray 2, newly promoted Çorum 2. We hope you've enjoyed it. I've been Joe Mills here in Istanbul. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Good night.